Yeah, I'm lucky I'm not in jail because like, just like I make fun of people from my apartment. Hey, I was just privileged enough. I don't know. But that's the thing. In jail, I didn't even know what hit me. And a lot of people are like that. And that's kind of like who I'm yelling at, is the people that were just like me. Like, think it's funny, think it's this and that. But once you get in there, you get hit like a freight truck, a freight train. And you realize a lot of the funny little memey jokes and stuff we say are childish and all. It don't work in the real world. If you grew up a sheltered, sort of privileged kid on the computer like me or anything, you'll be in for a rude awakening. But I used to go to the top of the Supermax. Supermax. It's a Supermax jail, and they call it a super jail. Well, look at this one. Colorado Supermax. Whoa, that one's way more than that. Whoa, bud. They put me in one of them. I was real bad out in, I don't know where. The weirdo range. It was like, oh, it was so stuffed. People were on the floor. People were this. People were that. Look at how big some of these ranges are. Varner unit. That's how many people are in the prison system, eh? Pelican Bay State Prison. Yeah, my dad was funny, eh? He wanted me to be a prison child, eh? Of his. Kind of like that bad Bob. He thought, but I caught it on to him years ago, eh? My dad. He was a greedy piece of shit, eh? That he killed his father and he fled to the United States, John Slote. And he always tried to put me in prison, make up stuff to put me in prison. He wanted me to be like one of those signature prison kids, but I learned too quick. And it wasn't nothing to do with how I was related to him. It's just I'm not stupid. I learned the system too quick, and actually I never did much wrong to begin with. But that's what he tried to make me, was a prison kid. Let's see. Yeah, but too bad. I already made it. My name's StacksAMilli. I am no prison kid. Bad Bob, prison kids. You've seen the documentaries of prison kids, kids that go to prison and whatnot. I never went to prison. I only went for a couple months to jail, 60 days in. 60 days in is all I did. And they try to it's a big scheme, eh? It never ends. It never ends. The way they try to, well, they make some people deserve it, other people fall into the system. And honestly, the jail cells aren't too bad, but guess what? Even the jail cells are filled up. Now I get it. I wasn't thinking at a big, I wasn't into it like I think now, but basically, if you go to prison or jail, if you stoop that down that low to get locked up, like the only people that should be stupid enough to get locked up are somebody that is completely homeless forever without no income or nothing. Would shoot, because once you get in there, if you want a nice cell like this to yourself, you have to kill people. And killing people is a big job, eh? It's a lot harder than you think. You would have to be extremely savage. You just basically have to kill whoever even tested you. And I got to know that when I went in here. Everybody was in that mood. I wasn't. I was waiting to go to court to get bail. Everybody else was in a killer mood. Me, I'm like, I did a self defense. I shouldn't even be on this. Accidentally got put on us. Should have went protective custody from the get go. That was my mistake. I got intimidated to go to that general population. I was waiting on my court appearance. I got bailed out right away and my charges got dropped. But in the meanwhile, I got dropped inside gosh darn jail because they accidentally put me in a, or what have you. I shouldn't even have went to jail. What a waste of everybody's money and time. But look what I've made out of it. Look what's all came of it. My story is going to make me so much more money in the future. So thank you so much. And I don't know what else to say, but yeah, you don't want to go to jail. There'll be a better day tomorrow. Trust me. That's what I did. When I got out of jail, I was homeless. I was in the, what's it called? I even motivated King Yellow when he was in the halfway house. Because I knew I could make it. Some people can just never make it. They just didn't. It's not, they just didn't make it is what it is. They just didn't make it. Not everybody makes it. And making it is not a lottery. Making it is you have to make it, do it. Kind of like baking a cake. Some people can bake a cake, some people can't. That's all making it is. Look at this. Somebody made this cake. Believe it or not, well, no, you believe it. Somebody would buy this cake. Look, I'd pay $50 for that cake. Somebody just spent like maybe $5, $10, $20 of ingredients at max for it, made it, and there's the cake, and they're making all the money off of it. And it all started with flour, raw ingredients, nuts, these things, and eggs and whatnot, and they made the cake. They made it. And when you're the one that knows how to make it, hey, some savage can come steal your cake, but if you're the cake boss, you can just make another cake. Just a cake, bud. I'm a professional baker of cakes. I'm the cake boss. I'm not going to sit here and cry about even if it was one of my most expensive, most delicate cakes. Hey, if you're robbing at gunpoint for the cake, take the cake, my friend. Cake boss would even give it to you. But he's still making more cakes and selling them. That was one cake. It was an expensive cake. But now you've pissed Cake Boss off. He's figuring out ways how he doesn't lose that expensive cake again. I'm sure people come in and intimidate Cake Boss for even small treats like that. And sometimes he'd give because he was feeling generous. But how many times can you try to steal it? Or how many, once you, that would, how much, okay, yeah, this is one of his cakes, but this is a very special, expensive cake. And Cake Boss, as soon as he gets one stolen, he's going to start wondering, who is smelling every time I bake one of my cakes? Why did it kept exactly? So I am good at creating things, not like I've never created anything as extraordinary as look at this cake, but you get the point, sort of. You can eat his cake, but you can't be the cake boss. You can buy Cake Boss coffee capsules and drink coffee that tastes like Cake Boss's cakes. But you would have to pay a lot of money to go see their actual Cake Boss, I'm sure, depending on where you live. But look, they even have those vending machines now that serve slices of the Carlos Bakery and whatnot. Carlos's Bake Shop. Did you know that some Spanish people act Italian and some Italian act Spanish? Well, they say they're very similar. It's all about business. Hey, Carlos was this, but he went Italian. I was white when I was born, more white with my dad. I went Italian because I got all this stuff fresh from Sicily. I went on about that before, how I spent a lot of money buying ingredients from Sicily. But it's not as hard as it used to be because we have these gigantic companies. Like that spaghetti sauce company, and they import everything from Italy. I have family doing it for me already. I'm the guy going to the store, paying the money, and I have a wonderful family